it's, of course, it's a certified, trusted adult, as you said, such as a doctor. And, right, because if your daughter suddenly has a bunch of headaches and things like that, well, yeah, certainly you want to make sure there's, nothing physical going on. But, again, that's another warning sign. There's a change in their behavior. Is that stress, what's going on? And absolutely, because a lot of times, that doctor and whatnot can get those answers out. And a lot of kids tell me that because some parents will be like, why didn't they tell me? Can they come to me? I tell them I love them. And that's true. And the kids say, I couldn't go to my mom or dad because I love them so much, because I respect them so much. I didn't want them to feel bad that something bad was happening to me, as well as I didn't want to lose any of their respect in that telling them that someone was bullying and harassing, threatening me. So it's often at times because kids so admire their parent that it just, they feel they don't want to hurt their parents' feelings or let them down. And so that's why it's, like you said, a great idea to talk to that medical doctor and ahead of time when they're just doing that so-called routine checkup and all of that, if you suspect there's an issue.
I'm just thankful that we did find out what was going on, although I don't feel it was a solution. It's a solution for now. But I'd like to get into your crowdfunding campaign to raise money for the film, and it's going to be on Indiegogo, which a lot of people are familiar with. If you've ever heard of Kickstarter, Indiegogo is another global crowdfunding website that you can go to raise money for various different things. Now, even though your film has been made, the funding will be used for the distribution of the film, and they can help out by, donating $1 or more to get this funding going. Can you explain more to our listeners about that?
Sure. Exactly. The thing is that due to the film's word of mouth and grassroots movement for this film and the early awards it's won even prior to its full post-production distribution status, the film has been picked up by a global distributor, and that's great, and we are overjoyed and very happy about that. The thing is with distribution, the filmmaker has to prepare the film to meet all the distribution venue types, the requirements. That being whether it's set up for iTunes, your cable on demand, all of that. Mm-hmm. And so that's one format, and it's a costly process. There's also, things for iTunes, and then also things such as closed captioning. Those costs are large, and different legal costs and just certain production elements that need to be met to get a film prepped for all venues of distribution. And it's up to the filmmaker, the film, to come up with that money. And as you mentioned, I did sell my house to make the initial film and all of that, and so that money is spent. So we have no more funding. So my film team and I, our other producers and all that, we're going to launch this global crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo.com to raise the money needed for this final hurdle, this final step to get this important film and its topic out to the world, to get it out there to all the kids and schools requesting it globally. And we will have gift perks on the Indiegogo campaign for all dollar donation amounts. People will get a gift perk, and whether it's a signed DVD or some other special things affiliated with the film, including at certain higher donation levels, people can actually be listed in the film's official credits and IMDb page and special thanks sections and all of that. And so we're calling on the global community of bullying prevention and teen suicide prevention advocates to assist this film and its two causes, to prevent bullying and teen suicide due to bullying. And we'll have the campaign, we hope, launched within the next 4 weeks. or so. It will be on Indiegogo.com, and all the links will be through the bulliesandfriends.com website as well. So
and I want to add to that. It'll also be on my website on take2radio.com. I put my Kickstarter and Indiegogo projects on there, and yours will be on there too once it's up and running.
Oh, thank you, Pam. That really means a lot to me. I appreciate that. And yeah, so we'll have it on there, and the links also through the film's Facebook page. If people can go and like us, that helps as well. So you'll get all the latest information on the film on your news feed on Facebook, as well as on our Bullies and Friends website. We just launched our new Bullies and Friends official newsletter, so you can sign up for the newsletter, the free newsletter, and we'll send you all the latest updates to that as well. There's a click-on thing on bulliesandfriends.com. And, yeah, I mean, it'll be great perks, and it will be contributing to this campaign for the film. And in addition to that, the Indiegogo campaign will pay for the cost of funding for the global distribution getting out there, but as well for the film bullying outreach tour at schools and youth organizations across the country. Like I talked about, so many schools or girls organizations want us to come out, and of course we don't have the funding for travel and all that, and many of these schools don't have the additional budget money like we talked about, so this will help cover it, because it's so hard for me to have to say to these organizations, whatever, like I don't have the funding to fly to Australia, or I don't have the funding to fly to Detroit, Michigan, or wherever, or Vancouver, Canada, wherever it may be. And so it will also go towards that we can get out there and help those schools or organizations, nonprofits that don't have the funding. But the main thing, it'll be all going toward the final pre-distribution costs that we have to come up with. Because the distributors, they're prepped and ready for the film. They're like, we can't wait to release this, but we have to provide everything to have the film in the different platforms necessary for the global distribution. So we encourage everybody to take part in that, and everybody will be a part of the film. And like I said, whether it's the film's official crew T-shirts, and, signed DVDs, special things in regard to the film, and we'll have those listed as well.
Well, I think one of the most important perks that they can get out of this is, helping our society, make a change in the world. And also, if they, contribute whatever the amount is that you have to get that DVD, they can then turn around and watch it at home with their families, with their children, invite the neighbor kids over with their parents and learn about it that way. Also, even buy a copy for your school.
Right.
And that's
Absolutely.
one way of getting it there.
Right. And, with this film, like I said, I wanted to provide solutions. And with that, like I said, I filmed in Canada. I also filmed in Washington, D.C. with a top bullying expert. Here in California with a psychologist who's a top expert on bullying. She's in the film, and the judge presided over the case. And we also filmed at a high school out here in California. And so we really went all out to have it be that the film's almost like a total kit in itself for schools, for communities, where they can show it. And the film speaks directly to teens through the teens in the film, including the boy who sadly was the one to find his sister hanging in her bedroom. So it's the brother of Dawn Marie, and he talks about his experience and what happened and things that he feels would help with bullying and what kids can do, as well as the best friend of the girl. And like I said, one of the girls that was charged in the case, and she speaks directly to teens as well. And we also have the parents in the film, the mom of the girl who killed herself, in addition to other townspeople, and another mom whose boy was bullied, and the reporter who covered the story and all of that. So it really covers it from different perspectives and gives solutions without being over-instructional to kids. It's
right.
something that, because as I've shown previous screenings at schools, I also included questionnaires for the students to fill out as to what part of the film did they relate the most to and what spoke to them. And the reactions have just been amazing, and things that the kids have said and what they related to. And I'll get emails weeks later from a kid who saw it and will be like, you know, I'm really still just thinking about this or that, and it was such a help, and thank you so much. And I was able to talk to my parents about what was going on after seeing your film. And like I said, that just means the world to me and just keeps giving me the energy to go on and to work even harder to help more kids and families. So, we really appreciate everybody coming on board and helping with the film, and we appreciate the early organizations that have given awards to the film, the United Nations Association that gave it the Impact Filmmaking Award, and other things. Like I said, you know, even prior to the film being in the full pre-distribution mode and all of that. So we're really appreciative to everybody who's worked with the film and helped us, and we look forward to teaming up with even more people who advocate for bullying prevention and suicide prevention.
Oh, I think that you'll be having more and more people come aboard the more you get this out there. I have no doubt on that. For our listeners, be sure to go to bulliesandfriends.com or CassidyMcMillan.com, and that's McMillan. You can read more about what is going on if you didn't learn most of it here and how to get involved. Also, watch the trailer that's on there. I mean, if anything else, just watch the trailer. Also, follow them on Twitter at Cassidy McM, so it's MCM, and then at Bullies and Friends, just the letter N, because you couldn't fit and, I'm sure. They make short names.
Yes.
Yes. The Facebook page, like their Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Bullies and Friends Film. And sign up for the newsletter on bulliesandfriends.com. Also upcoming, you will be speaking on a panel discussion at Envy's event, which stands for, I lost my little note, National Voices for Equality, Education, and Enlightenment. And that's a summit in Florida State University School of Law on October 19th, and it's free to the public. And if you're out there, please go. You know, if you have questions, ask her.
Right, and it's, just a little typo there. Yeah, it's Florida International University, actually, their School of Law, but yes, in Miami, Florida. And it's October 19th, and we're the organization Envy, which I'm proud and happy to be working with them. Envy does a great job in schools and mentoring with kids on bullying and other anti-discrimination issues. And like I said, it's free to the public, and we welcome everyone to come out, and we'll be holding that panel discussion and other breakout sessions, and political leaders will be there and other speakers in addition to myself and talking on the panel discussion. And October is National Bullying Awareness Month, which is why we're having it in October. And definitely it'll be a great event. We encourage everyone there in the Miami area to come out there on October 19th. And more information for that is also on my website and will be on the bulliesandfriends.com website as well.
Yep, and if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll know immediately when that Indiegogo project comes up. So I got my newsletter today, the first one, and I was very happy to see that come through to my email. And, it's the easiest way to contact people these days. Forward the email to your friends, your family members, tell them to sign up themselves. All the information will be on there. And the more you spread the word, the more we're going to get done.
Absolutely. That's exactly right.
Well, I
appreciate all your support.
Oh, you're very welcome. You know you got me for a lifetime. Whatever I can do, I just am 100% behind you and anybody